We reverence the Holy Spirit and we invite him there. And we're going to invite Dick on up. Come on up, Dick. We're going to let you just have liberty in here. And we're so thankful to have you here.
Yes,
This is
amen.
It's a real opportunity. We praise the Lord. So,
Amen.
It's written in Psalm 131, and I've set it to music. It goes like this. Surely I have composed and quieted my soul. Like a weaned child rest against his mother, my soul is like a weaned child within me. O Israel, hope in the Lord from this time forth and evermore. O Lord, my heart is not proud, but my eyes are keen. I don't involve myself in great matters, or in things too difficult for me. Surely I have composed and quieted my soul. Like a weaned child rest against his mother, my soul is like a weaned child within me. O Israel, hope in the Lord, this time forth and evermore. Oh, my soul, rest in the Lord, refrain from your restless ways. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the rest of my days. Surely I have composed and quieted my soul, like a weaned child rest against his mother. My soul is like a weaned child within me. O Israel, hope in the Lord, this time forth and evermore. This time forth and evermore. Word of the Lord, now hear it. We're comprised of body, soul, and spirit. Our spirit, in our BC, before Christ days, was a deep, dark hole in the core of our soul, anguishing across the chasm of eternity for the God it never knew, or is yet to know. Feeling like it was in the holding tank of eternity's death row. And from our spirit we cried, and the Lord entered our previous blind void, and with our heart cry was not annoyed, and revealed to us our Savior and King. We said, Lord, come in. And our spirit became alive. It's no fable, we were plugged into kingdom cable. And it was a fully formed son. And we inherited all blessings in spiritual places. We inherited at that point in time intimacy, identity, authority, and destiny. The Lord said to us, learn on me to rely. And the gravity of this world will be defied. And I, by my Spirit, will bring you into the practicality and experience of enjoying intimacy, identity, authority, and destiny. Transitioning the blessings that are ours in the Spirit into the practicality of an enjoyment as we simply rely on the King. To rely on the Spirit who translates and reveals all that Jesus is. We find that He leads us into the fullness of our salvation, mentally, emotionally, vocationally, ministerially, socially, financially, and physically. And the Lord from our spirit says, just embrace the word of my grace, and we'll go forward and partner in causing your soul to prosper. It is a Canaan, yet to be possessed by my Spirit. And I will bring you prosperity of soul and make you increasingly old, and you will enjoy, as my kingdom girls and boys, the experience of intimacy, identity, authority, and destiny. Marvelous restoration going on. And I've seen it going on under my own roof with my youngest son and my daughter-in-law. And her grandson, Jackson, Noah Warner Williams, a.k.a. Action Jackson. 4.5 years ago, their ministry was shattered. They were legally divorced, and both just shipwrecked individuals. Both just a massive bruise in the soul, and yet they both knew the Lord. Their spirit was alive and awake. They had met in discipleship training. It looked like a marriage made in heaven. But how many know with marriages, there's a certain measure of legacy we bring into it, and a certain manner of life. And the Lord would underscore and enhance our legacy, the good things that we've learned, and would teach us to recognize the luggage and allow Him to sever the chains of it. They didn't get that at first, so there was a buildup, an explosion. He became detached, and she regressed into prescription painkillers. And I remember my son coming into my study and just crying out, saying, "Dad, within 30 days I've experienced a divorce, a foreclosure, and bankruptcy." He says, "I'm at rock bottom." I said, "Son, that's where the rock is."
Amen.
We began to pray together and intercede, and he began to get a view of his wife, now ex-wife, being restored. And a faith began to rise to believe for the restoration of the marriage. A couple of years after that, I presided over a home wedding ceremony, and once again pronounced them man and wife. They're living under our roof, and we are seeing them both wonderfully restored. And the recipient is Jackson, just full of life. He knows he's loved. God is able to invade those devastated areas of the soul. Those things devastated by divorce, abuse, rejection, and yes, addiction. The last thing someone laboring under addiction needs to know is run from God. Is to run to Him. He doesn't condemn us for our addiction. He begins to reveal from our spirit and show us a horrendous thing we're doing to ourselves. But He says, "I love you anyway." He reveals Himself as liberator. And we begin to see ourselves as delivered and begin to confess and declare it. And that declaration becomes an operation. And He begins to work on us, begin to energize our will. And the next thing you know, He brings us to a point and says, "You can walk out of this now." And we sense the sword of the Lord hitting those hackles on our heels. And we're released.
Amen.
Here's a song about it. Scattered roses in the rain, long lost joys from seasons past, you've gathered them again for a bouquet that will last. The fragrance of your love breathes new life into my soul, made a living sweet bouquet, roses left out in the cold. The wreckage I surveyed was my life after the storm, scattered rubble in the mist, twisted, battered, without form. Those I once called friends left my silent soul for dead. There was nothing they could do, only words of sorrow sad, but scattered roses in the rain. Long lost joys from seasons past, you've gathered them again for a bouquet that will last. The fragrance of your love breathes new life into my soul, made a living sweet bouquet, roses left out in the cold. I stared into the night, sought rhyme of reason for my plight. When I saw your coming light shine on me where I was blind, my dying soul began to breathe. You filled what once was empty space, created there a shelter with your healing embrace. Scattered roses in the rain, long lost joys from seasons past, you've gathered them again for a bouquet that will last. Fragrance of your love breathes new life into my soul, made a living sweet on me, roses left out in the cold. Folks, as we cruise along in word and song, there'll be an occasional personal prophetic word. And I'll just tenderly park that at the threshold of your heart for you to prayerfully ponder and test. And my job description today, this afternoon, is to bring words of edification. That's the build-up. That underscores the new you, who you are in Christ. I'm not going to be a public expert on anybody's flesh factors. God knows the Lord is taking Lazarus' grave clothes from us gradually as we've been called forth from the tomb, and we're learning to walk in the wholeness of soul that's ours in the Spirit. Edification, exhortation, gentle rod of God, stoking the inner fire of desire, confirming your desires. And finally, comfort, just a soothing hug from Mama, Daddy Lord. Comfort. And be not amazed if on this day the prophetic word rides on melody, because you see the sons of Asaph, they prophesied on ours. I'll ask your names. There's a personal word. Kevin's this being recorded? Yeah? Okay, so technology is afforded. It's being recorded. You can hear it again later and run it by the revelator. What is your name, my brother?
Donovan.
Donovan. Donovan, a watchman on the wall, an observer through the lens of the Lord of these days. You've got a sense of what's going on in the world, just a collision course, but you've got a sense of what the Lord is doing in the Spirit among His people as He's causing them to be a family and a force. And you're able to exhort and encourage them accordingly. A watchman's not a watchdog. A watchdog barks at everything. But you've got an ability to sort with discernment, and you know how to lovingly caution and also further lovingly encourage folks. The Lord met you in a deep valley of despair back in the past, and He showed up with sovereign sensitivity and began to impart to you a certain sensitivity that's very special. It's being able to look through the lens of a watchman with a prophetic eye and to encourage people accordingly.